Welcome back. I'm thrilled to have Vic the Politics Guy back in our studio today because there is a lot going on in the elections and the upcoming conventions that we're going to talk about today, correct?
There sure is. Republicans are starting to win their way to Tampa because the Republican National Convention starts Sunday, and Maine is going to be part of national publicity. We have ourselves an uproar going on.
What is going on?
Basically, the Paul supporters, fair and square, they had the votes, they counted the votes, they took the seats at the Republican state convention last May. Apparently, the Romney people, because they just don't know street politics game and blew it, so now they're trying procedural things to stop them from being seated.
Right.
And outgoing Republican National Committee woman Jan Staples filed the suit. Part of it, I think, is she's got hard feelings because she got defeated for re-election.
Okay.
These people have the majority. Now the Paul people go to a hearing before the National Committee's Committee on Contest. The Committee on Contest said, we don't have enough evidence, so we're going to postpone a decision. They go, wait a minute, we have to decide. We got all this money invested, having to go to Tampa. We don't want to fly, get hotel bills if we're not going to be seated as delegates. So there's this mess going on, and we might find out in a decision today. Some of the Paul delegates went to a court to get an injunction against the Republican National Committee.
On Friday?
Yeah, and that decision might be expected today.
Okay.
Now, to add fuel to the fire...
There's not enough.
No, it's not enough. To add fuel to the fire, the Republican state chairman, Charlie Webster, who he could trip over his own shoelaces. He just doesn't have a mental filter. He goes on a statewide radio show, and he says wingnuts are trying to take over the party. He doesn't reach out with an olive branch. Wingnuts are trying to take over the party. So you will start to see people going to the convention.
What is this?
It's a shirt that says, let's get her on camera.
Get her on camera.
And there's a picture of a wingnut.
Oh, my goodness.
And on the back, to remind the state chairman, who happens to be a burner mechanic with his own fuel oil company, without a wingnut, you've got a screw loose. I'm sure the state party chairman is very upset with that, but that's the message they're sending. There's a whole sea change in politics right now. It's fun to watch.
Can't we all just get along? Can't we? No, I guess we can't be friends. Vic, thank you so much for coming in with props today. I love it. If you guys have any questions for Vic, be sure to send them in on our Facebook or Twitter pages, and we can ask him in a couple weeks when he comes back. But for now, let's toss it over to meteorologist Jim Dickey.